I'm back! I'm going to do my second Dreamcast, which is going to be The Music Man. Meredith Wilson's The Music Man. Now, I would like to see this done as a concert, because I don't think it's ready for a big revival. There's already been 2 movie adaptations of it, which were fairly good. So I think it's just ready for a concert. Now, there's some really good roles to cast. First there's Harold Hill, Professor Harold Hill, the swindler who comes into this small town and tries to scam the citizens out of their money by organizing a boys band. Now, I thought the best choice today would be the one and only Neil Patrick Harris. The man is a genius, first of all, but I think he could really do a great job with this role. Now, the last person to play Harold Hill in a big production was Matthew Broderick, who did in the movie. Now, Matthew Broderick has a good voice, but he's just too, mousy for Harold Hill. I think Neil Patrick Harris could do a much better job. Now, for Marion the Librarian, I would love to see Amy Adams. She's never done Broadway before or stage, but she has a singing voice. We've all heard her singing voice in some of her movies. I think she would be an excellent Marion, and she'd be excellent. I think her and Neil Patrick Harris could play well together. I do think that. Then there's Marion's mother, Mrs. Prue, the widow Prue, the Irish mother, and I have only one choice for Mrs. Prue. I've thought of her since the very beginning, Faith Prince. Not a huge star, but she just, oh my god, she'd be perfect with the red hair, and I know she could do an Irish accent. It'd be perfect, and she's very funny. She'd be perfect for that role. Then there's Marcellus, the best friend to Harold Hill, and former con man, but now he's settled down in the small town and got a job. I'd like to see that performed by Chris Fitzgerald. He was in Wicked as Bach. He was the original Bach. He did Igor and Young Frankenstein the musical, and he was just Og in the Phineas Rainbow revival. And he's so funny. I hope he wins the Tony. There's not big competition for the Tony, like Bobby Staggert and Kevin Chamberlain and Levi Kress. I don't know. That's a whole other story. But I think he'd be good because he's very funny, got a great singing voice. He's just great. Now for Mayor Shin was the hardest role to cast. First one I thought of was John Lithgow, but John Lithgow has an amazing singing voice, and the mayor doesn't sing. So I thought, maybe not John Lithgow. If I can't think of anyone else, it's John Lithgow. But the first one that came to mind when I'm trying to find someone who could be funny, the only person that came to mind was Eugene Levy. Now, Eugene Levy, I've looked, has the only Broadway credit that he has was he did an encore's production of Promises, Promises in 1997 with Martin Short and Christine Baranski. He can sing, but of course the mayor's not a singing role, but he's more known for his comedy. So I think he'd be the best bet. Then there's Mrs. Shin, the mayor's wife. Not the hardest role to cast, but it's a little odd, but Christine Baranski. I love Christine Baranski. Hold on. Sorry. Christine Baranski is hilarious, first of all. Just, very crazy. Just crazy. And she could do that role perfectly. Maybe she's a little too old, but who cares? I mean, the woman who did in the recent movie was Molly Shannon. Molly Shannon is, a couple of years younger than Christine Baranski. But I still think she could bring her own, pizzazz to the role. Then there is, of course you could get a newbie for Winthrop, the little lisp-speaking boy. And the only other role that I would cast as, a cameo is, what's his name? Charlie Cowell, the, anvil salesman who's trying to expose Harold Hill for what he really is. there are some, in some concerts, you bring in, like, someone who's not really known in the theater, known for more other things, to do, like, a guest role. So he would be, like, a guest role, and I was thinking the best person for that would be Norm Macdonald. Very funny guy. I just think he'd be good, just because he's very, like, straight, very serious guy, but no one really can take him seriously. That's exactly like the mayor. The mayor, no one can take seriously. That's why I think Eugene Levy could do that. Eugene Levy could do both roles, and so could Norm Macdonald, but I think that's just good contrast. So, that's my cast for The Music Man. Like I said, it would be a concert, not full production. I think it would be good, and you want to get a recording of this. It would be an awesome, awesome recording. Okay, so I'll be back soon with Bye Bye Birdie. That'll be my next big one. Alright, thank you for listening. Goodbye.